Hey, welcome back, everyone. Tom from Park Avenue Trading, your chief dealer, keeping you sane in insane markets. What an open, huh? In dollar yen. What a breakout open. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Didn't see that coming at all. Did nail the euro dollar on the weekly, though. I said that by being below 117.52, we could drift lower right down to the trend line right here. We did pop it. Coming back now, recovering a little bit. Level of support in the euro dollar sits at 116.28. All right, so that level hasn't been broken, so therefore we could trade back upward. Now we got to keep our eye on dollar yen, right? Dollar yen is like, the Bank of Japan decided out of nowhere they're not going to increase rates. And I said it in previous videos where I thought that because of the tariffs, they want to keep the yen weak because they want to sell more, right? Makes sense, right? So I didn't really see that breakout come. I had a reversal at 148.02, if you remember the video, and we'll get into dollar yen in a second. But there was absolutely no chance of getting it. I mean, it just opened at like 149.05 or something like that. So you couldn't grab anything. Had to stay on the sideline. So right now, as it stands right now, euro dollar came down to what? 116.52. All right, so from the high of 78, so what basically let's look at this here. Let's get a ray. It's like this is now the latest like peak to value that we got. So all right, 117 like 10-ish, 117.10, something like that. Let's see. Let's get a ray right here. Let's cut it, right? I'll say that. Okay, let's do it like that. It's got to get over 117.14 to show any type of strength up to the 117.60 again. If we can't do this, it's actually tracking lower. A break of this low point will drive us down to the main support of 116.28. Let's go over the good old sterling dollar. This one is unbelievable. Um, okay, let's get rid of this. Where are we? 2-hour chart here. Get rid of that one right now. Really, it's been doing nothing burger. Okay, we had this gap down that's been filled. Okay, this is a 2-hour chart, so the gap has been filled. We came down to support at 134, the figure. It's gonna hold like 134, 134. I'm gonna say like 48.50. I'll go 134.50 is the support right now as of 10:31 in the morning on October 6th. So that's the level of support right now. If it can hold this, it's grinding up towards 134. I'm going to say 135.03, where it's going to meet another level of resistance. Now, it all depends on dollar yen. If dollar yen, if the dollar yen stays stable at like say 150.10, 150.15, if it breaks through the top, we're going to get a dollar yen in a second. But if it breaks through the new high that it made, it's probably going to run to the resistance at 151, the figure. That's going to be quite interesting. It may take a day or so, or a good amount of time, but I think it's going to do it. Right now, they're going back into the cross. Get long the euro yen again because of the interest rate differential. But it doesn't make kind of sense because really Europe itself also could be, okay, so you're already cut rates. Britain, I don't know. I'm not a fundamental trader, but really I got to go with what the technicals are saying. They're buying it again, and they could take it back up. So we got to be cautious with that. Can't be just peeing in the wind and getting our pants wet. So right now, let's move over to good old dollar yen. Okay, dollar yen is the one. All right, look at this gap, man. That gap was like ridiculous, right? I mean, here is the gap. Let me just do this. Let's just do this. Look at this gap. Wow. Make it like the true gap that it is. All right. Now, people say, well, we're going to return to the gap. I don't have gaps are gaps. I don't really put much weight into like all gaps are closed. I've said this before. There's some gaps that are open since 1973 and the Dow Jones Industrial Average that have never been filled. It's not true. Not all gaps get filled, but generally, if they're a minor gap, this has definitely been a shift in demand. right? This was definitely a shift in demand. Look at the point that I had. I had the 148 like '02 was the reversal point that I had. I was trading against this. I was trading short and looking to get, actually get back down to like down here, 146.80 before another pop up, but I was totally wrong, right, about it. But I also had a reversal in it, like, oh, if it breaks 148.02, I would get long, but there was no chance. It opened up at 149.02. I couldn't grab anything, and I wasn't about to just grab anything. So right now, dollar yen makes a high of 150.47. We came down to like 149.75. What I'm saying is, if let's go to a longer term chart. Let's go to a 6 hour chart. Let's go over 6 hours. Let's crunch it down. See, there it is. Look, here was the top 150. What is that? 150.91, 151 the figure. Okay, so what I'm thinking right now is if we take out this 6 hour top, say we break 150.50, I'm thinking it's going back to 151. Okay. Now it might not happen immediately. You could get a retrace, but I would be looking to buy retraces. I'd be probably buying a partial breakout up there. Not everything. I would just buy a partial. And see how I'd definitely be buying dips, looking for Fibonacci levels, lower levels to buy the dip. All right, so let's move on over to good old sterling yen. This one really, I had a trade on today that I was absolutely right, but the timing that I had was, well, here we are at 14. All right. Today for the group, I sold it at 201.96. It went down to 201 like 72-ish, 73. I took a partial off there. I took another partial off at like 77, and I closed the trade at 83. After I closed it, lo and behold, it ran up back to 90 and then collapsed right down to this low here. 201 like 30-ish or 28. I think it went down. I think I saw it as low as 20 24, 201.24. Now it's back up. It's 202.13. Now I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking right now, if it breaks up through the top of that 24 point up here, it's actually going to rally. I'm thinking it's going to rally at least 202, 75-ish. That's what I'm thinking. So right now, it's bid. What it has to hold is the 201.70. I'm gonna go 201.70 right now. 201.70. That's close enough. 201.71 has to hold right now. Let's drop this down to a 2 hour chart so it looks, you could see it a little bit better. So yeah, 201.70 has to hold. If it can hold this and pop up through this top, it's going to run to like 202.75-ish, I'm thinking. Maybe even potentially 203. Let's go on over to good old euro yen. All right, this one. Okie dokie. All right. All right. Hmm, hang on. 173. What did we go down to? We went 73 what? 173.22. We fell to 172.80. It's basically it's tracking. This one is not as showing any type of real potential like sterling yen is. So right now I'm thinking that we're tracking in between this and this. Okay, now I don't know why that thing's not writing, but anyway, hang on. Like here, let me get a brush. I'm thinking we're tracking between this low and up to this high here, 173.36. But I think it's tracking between these 2 points. So let me get some better points. So I just don't, well, it's tracking. What does that mean? Hang on one second. It's better. I'm looking at the numbers going like, what the hell is that? Uh, it's 175. I mean, the damn chart was frozen. I'm going, what are we doing? I'm looking at Friday's data. Um, and it was tracking in between those 2 points, but right now, as it's saying, we made a high of 175, 176.25. Man. Resistance now sits at 175. I'm going to say 80, 175.80. Let's put it up over here. That's an 8 hour chart. I'm going to go right there, 175.83. Let's go down to a 4-hour. Let's go down to a 4-hour chart right here. That's the resistance right now. If we could pop up through it, we got a chance to re-rally, take out the, go back up to that top at 176. Um, hmm. 176. Let's see, 176 point. What do we get to? 25, 30. Unbelievable. 176.25, let's say. Yeah, it definitely. Let's see. Then we went down to 174. Did we do that? Wow, we went up to this top. We pounced down to 174.90. So right now the resistance is at 80, and I'm going to say the support's right now at 30. So here's your two levels. Support 30, resistance 80. So it's tracking in between these 2 points. However, if it holds this and breaks this, we're looking back to get back to the top of 176. So that's what I got going on with that stuff. All right, so pretty exciting day, pretty exciting gap. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, share my videos far and wide. Don't forget that link in the description, you get yourself a free ebook and video series. And remember, always, always, always enjoy the party, but dance near the door. Cheers.